Apocaflix Now, the movie hangout show from Apocaflix Movies. I'm your host, Jacob Bartley, and we are doing another movie fantasy draft. These are so exciting. We're going to get into it. Of course, we have Max joining us. He usually joins us for these fantasy drafts. And, of course, we have Jake Berlin, Brian Avalistino, and Gio Ramos. Keith Barnes will be joining us soon. How's it going, guys?
Doing good. Ready to draft.
Pretty good. I can't wait for 2021, man.
Hey, it's not that far away. It snuck up on us, kind of.
Although, if January 1st happens and like the same shit's still going on, it's like, oh man, like I don't know if people are expecting right when midnight hits, everything will get better anymore.
But yeah, so we're doing our fantasy draft for Back to the Future, an all-time classic, a movie. I was just telling the guys I hadn't watched it in so long since I was like I hadn't watched it since I was a teenager, like a young teenager. So it's been a long time for me, and I just rewatched it, and it's so good. I forgot how simple it is. The first one is very straightforward and simple, and I love that because I kind of like got them all mixed up in my head, and I just forgot. Like the first one to me has always been the best one, and it's just a good old classic film.
I know there's a reason why it's my number 4 film of all time.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's been 16 years for me, so I tried to watch it. I did watch a couple of YouTube clips, but
why couldn't you watch the whole thing? You didn't have time?
I didn't have time, and
okay.
You know me, I have all the time in the world, but for I won't get into it. But
I just found time today to rewatch it, and yeah, it's super good. And I'm actually glad I did because it's going to help me with this draft because now I kind of know what type of actors I want to go for each role. So it really helps with that. But yeah, Jake, do you want to tell them a little bit how this came together and how it's going to go?
Yeah, so this is an interesting style to do a draft. We obviously do this once a month or around once a month, and we come up with different ideas for fantasy drafts in the world of movies. The most recent one we did was a teacher draft, and we drafted a faculty of movie teachers, and that was in a number of different subjects is what I was trying to say. And we came up with an idea of doing a recast draft, and this can be for anything, and it's an idea that we can continuously do on the channel for a long time. And the first movie we picked, we wanted to pick something that was simple, but also very popular and could fit in that recasting remake range, even though it should never be retouched again. And that is Back to the Future. We will be recasting Back to the Future in the style of a fantasy draft. So what we're going to be doing is we have all the main characters. We have Marty McFly, Doc Brown, George and Lorraine, plus Jennifer, Mr. Strickland. And then we also have composer and director. So we have a number of different categories that we're going to be drafting from. We have 10 nominees for each one. And we're just going to do a sport draft style. If you have not followed us before on one of our fantasy drafts, we do it just like fantasy football or baseball. Snake draft, randomize the order, and we come up with a team of 9 essentially for our recast of Back to the Future. You will possibly see trades within the draft. We did it last draft. It actually worked out really well. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We like doing this. It's a cool hangout, and we just have fun with doing it. So make sure you guys are commenting along on who you think you might take for this role if someone is available, if they've not been taken yet. And yeah, so I know everyone, we just all decided on this movie together. How's everyone feeling about this?
I thought it was a great choice, to be honest.
It's going to be interesting because I was looking at the ages of some of these the real cast members in real life. They were in their early 20s, and we got some like 30-year-olds in here. So I don't know. I'm a little.
I will say that while I was collecting all of these nominees, some people struggle with age. Some people struggled with picking ages, and not just you. I'll say this: Gio picked Roman Griffith Davis, who is 13 years old, for Marty McFly.
Well, because it depends on when this movie is going to be made. Like, if this movie's made in 5 years, he's going to grow up. So I don't know. I wish I had like a timeline, Or
also, I forgot one in the category Biff. Sorry, Brian. Thank you for bringing that up.
Biff. Say we are doing Biff.
Biff is one of them, yes. And to 100%. Answer Kevin's question, it's just actors that we want. So it's actors of current now. It's
yes, if they made it now.
Exactly. So it's if they made it now. We choose people that are in modern day. And so there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of names. Let me go ahead and bring in our 6th member for tonight that'll be with us. Per usual, Mr. Keith Barnes. How you doing, man?
Good. How's it going?
Ready to do a draft. Draft.
Stillmatic.
I love that your internet is just so.
Me too. I was just thinking that too.
That you're not on a 5-second delay.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi, Kylo.
Oh, okay.
He's just interrupting you.
So this is the official draft board. This is, and sorry viewers, it's going to look a little crazy for a second. Kylo.
Thank you.
Here is
Kylo.
the official
Thank you.
draft board. You can see that we have all of the main characters on here, and we have a number of different nominees. You will see these nominees throughout the night. Get a quick look. I'm not going to leave this up for too long, but these are what we have. So, yeah, we got Marty McFly, Doc Brown, Biff Tannen, George McFly, Lorraine Baines, Jennifer Parker, Mr. Strickland, director and composer. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to create some chaos as far as who we're going to be deciding for these characters. Anybody struggling with who they want?
Yes. I have to say, you kind of hit the nail on the head, Jake. This movie is so perfect the first time that this is going to be harder than it normally is to redraft because I just love the roles as they were. So I am struggling with it a little bit. And I do have one question. Are we allowed to choose someone out of round for a role? Like if it's the wrong, like if I'm choosing, if it's someone that's in Lorraine's that I think would be better for Jennifer, can I choose that or is that a no? No.
That's a no-go. That's a no-go. Yep,
Sure.
sticking with the categories.
Great.
Yep. So does anybody have any questions about anything before we move on?
What's the draft order?
Here we go.
I do have
Well,
the official draft
hang on.
order. Go ahead, Keith.
Well, no, yeah. Well, Max's question was pertinent. I was going to ask the same thing because, yeah. Well, I was going to do something different with mine. So I don't know. I wonder if that.
Well, I say we just stick to what it is because we're going to get too crazy.
Here is my reasoning for this. So, for example, if someone wanted to pick, because we know that Marty and Jennifer are together, or excuse me, if someone wanted to pick a character or a person for Lorraine who happened to be African American or of some other race, we don't have that option for Marty. We don't have that option for Marty as far as who was nominated, which is why we can't, like, say that I pick Letitia Wright. I want her to play Lorraine. I don't have someone who can be Letitia Wright's son in the Marty category as far as the nominees. That's why we're going to stick within the realm of what we have nominated, because it wouldn't make sense if we had nominated someone for Marty that was African American. We could have done that, but we can't do that because it wouldn't line up as far as how the characters are and the storyline works in the original film.
What if Marty was like an orphan and was adopted and just?
Then the plot wouldn't make sense.
So we would be creating an entire new plot. We're sticking with what the original was, and that just we're not going to make it over too complicated.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's going to get too complicated because then I'm drafting Jon Favreau as Mr. Strickland, and it's like getting crazy, right? I'm choosing a director in the role. No, I get what you're saying because there's actually a Marty actor I want as Biff, but I just think we should keep it simple as possible.
There are some gender swapped roles.
That's what I was. That's literally what I was about to say. Is that, and that's actually just to go ahead and say. I mean, that's what I was going to do. So that's the reason I was asking that as well.
Oh, we have
gender
women.
swap options in the categories, but you have to stick within the categories that have been nominated.
Keith, maybe your Marty or March has a girlfriend instead of boyfriend. We're progressive.
Sure. That's true.
I mean, yeah, that could be the case too. Yeah, for Marty. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if everybody is good to go, I know that a couple people are saying changing stuff. Maybe we'll change it next time, but we're going to stick with what we've been doing for now because that's what I had planned going forward. But now that I know that everybody is interested in that, maybe that's something we plan for. And for those of you watching who want the actual draft board, I'm going to go ahead and post it to our Twitter right now. I will post it on our Twitter. If you go to our Apocaflix movie Twitter, that way you can save the image and look at it. I will post that right now on our Twitter, so you can check that out. But for now, here is the official draft order, boys. Here is the official draft order. This has been randomized.
One quick thing. Yes, Brian, you can put your picks in the chat. Go for it.
Yes, everyone can put their picks in the chat. Yes. Okay, the official draft order with the number 1 overall pick goes to Mr. Keith Barnes.
Boom.
Nice.
The second overall pick goes to Mr. Gio Ramos.
Boo.
The third overall pick goes to myself.
It's rigged.
Number 4 goes to not Brian anymore. Max, you're going to move up a slot. Fifth
Is Max
fourth
going
pick goes to Brian. Fifth pick goes to Max, and the final pick goes to Mr. Jacob Bartley.
So I'm fifth.
I don't mind that.
Max, you're fifth. Yes. All right. With that said,
My favorite draft spot.
Keith Barnes, you are on the clock.
There we go. All right, good job. Yeah, music right on cue. Well done. All
Is it too loud? Everyone can hear?
No? Good.
Nah. Yeah. Well, now that I'm looking at it, it's a little tougher than I thought.
No, it's all right.
Okay, now it's
So go
loud.
ahead. And now it's now. Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm going to cast Marty right out of the gate.
Music's going to stop for like 5 seconds. Haley Steinfeld with the number 1 overall pick.
Whoa.
What?
Nice.
Didn't even
Nice.
know she was in the category.
I like that.
Wow.
Yes.
I could totally see that too.
Yes.
Wow. Shock.
Wow, Haley Steinfeld as Marty McFly.
They don't even need to change her name. It could just be Marty. That could be a girl's name
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Marsha.
Yeah, Marty.
Marsha McFly. Keith to Geo.
Got it, Brian. I'm just writing the names down.
No, I was
All
saying
right.
I didn't know if Geo knew it.
Yes, Gio, you are on the clock.
All right, give me Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Damn it!
Wow.
They
I
did
would-
Jump Street, and they are geniuses.
That's what I wanted.
Nope.
That was
That's
going to
what
be
I
your first
wanted.
choice?
Damn it. I was eyeing them. I didn't think they were going to get taken that early.
All right. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna draft Marty. No surprise there, and I'm gonna go with. Oh man, what do I want to do? I'm gonna go with Dylan O'Brien as Marty.
Nice.
Hmm.
It's a solid choice.
I am going for Doc Brown, and I am going to take Robert Downey Jr.
Someone steal
that was my
Tom
choice.
Holland.
I don't particularly know if you want Tom Holland.
That would be
Interesting intro because I'm absolutely taking Tom Holland.
There you go.
Wow.
Poor Marty.
Man. Well,
So Jacob and Keith, after you guys make your first pick of the back-to-back, go ahead and stop so I can show
Okay.
them out, please.
okay. So I don't have to. Oh, well, Gio still's picking his Marty. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Doc Brown for my first pick. And I love this pick for Doc Brown, and that is Michael Rooker. I think he would make an amazing Doc Brown.
Very interesting choice. Very interesting choice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is what the official board looks like as of right now. The first round is underway. And here we go. So with the first overall pick, Keith took Haley Steinfeld as Marty, did a gender swap. Gio took Phil Lord and Chris Miller as director. I took Dylan O'Brien as Marty. Brian went with Robert Downey Jr. as Doc Brown. Max did Tom Holland as Marty, and Jacob went with Michael Rooker as Doc Brown. Jacob, the pick is yours.
All right, so okay. I'm gonna go with my George McFly, and I'm gonna take Timothy Chalamet as my George McFly.
That was my pick, but
He's a fantastic actor, and I could totally see him playing that role too. He'd also
I like how Jacob talks like an announcer. Wow, I could see him totally playing that role. He's great.
Hey, we gotta have commentators, right? like a real draft.
There you go, Keith.
Whoa, that would be trippy.
Max, the pick is yours, sir. The pick is yours.
Okay. I'm struggling a little bit already out the gate. I think I'm going to go with Lorraine to go. It's a very pivotal role. Marty's mom, as well as a loved interest. Not really, but goes after him. So that's a hard role to go for. And I'm going to go with Lily Collins. I think aside him,
here's what's funny about this pick. She was never on any of the original lists. She was an add-in by me because we didn't have enough picks for that category.
Okay,
I think
she should play the mom, and the high school role.
I think she is a perfect choice. That's a great pick.
Thank you.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Max. I want an actor and actress who can play. You can age them up, and they play the dad, and then they play the younger version too.
That's how it was in the original. So
was it?
Yeah, they're just.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they just put prosthetics on and they were.
Oh, wow.
Up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I couldn't tell. That's crazy.
Real quick, I do want to press pause, Brian, before you make your pick. I cannot believe that this person was not nominated for Doc Brown. Jeff Goldblum. I cannot believe that he was not nominated for Doc Brown.
Wow. Yeah, we all blew it. That would have been amazing.
Wow. I know. Kevin gets credit for that one.
I went for this pick. I was going to go Doc Brown, but I went for this pick because there's a few more in Doc Brown that I could go for if they get picked. Lily Collins was my go-to once I saw her there.
All right, Brian, pick is back to you.
I'm going for my Marty, and it's going to be Taron Egerton.
That was I put that on there. Great choice.
Nice.
You both put that on there.
That's
sweet.
That's great.
We have great thinking minds.
All right. Let's see. Oh, what do I want to do? God. Oh, it's so hard. I'm going to go with Doc Brown. And, oh, God.
You know what? Anthony made a good call here, actually.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go with Eddie Murphy as my Doc Brown.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
That would be freaking awesome.
Wait, you said who?
Eddie Murphy.
As Doc? Oh, I must not have put him on. I was wondering why we were missing one.
Anthony going with the Enola Holmes here.
That's pretty
That would be pretty cool.
Wow. Of course.
All right, Gio, the pick is yours, sir. The pick is yours. Brandy, to your point, these are all people that were aging up with prosthetics and makeup because that's what happened in the original. So Chalamet and all these young people, it's because they can play the high school versions of themselves in the past.
Yeah, and the high school versions have the most screen time, so it makes sense.
Give me Daniel Craig as Mr. Strickland.
That's such a great share.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Did you nominate him, Gio?
I did.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm taking like everybody else's picks, everybody else's nominations, except my Doc Brown, obviously.
Very good, Gio. Yeah, he would be perfect. He'd be hilarious.
And then I'll take Sam Rockwell as Doc Brown.
Ooh,
That was
interesting.
that's a good one. One of the ones I was gonna pick.
Wait,
Gio,
yeah,
Gio,
wait.
why are you going? You just
Oh,
why
went.
are you
I
going
thought I was
twice?
asking that.
You just went.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Damn, Gio just assumes he has
Hey,
two choices.
hey, we got to speed this up, okay?
I think Gio's had that last pick a lot in these, so he just thinks he does. Again.
Okay,
honestly
before
thought I
Keith,
had.
before you make your move, I just shared the spreadsheet that Brian is crossing off with everybody. So if it's in your email, there's a share list. You can look at who's been crossed off on the entire draft board. So it now is officially shared. All right, Keith, the pick is yours, and make sure you pause after this one. That way I can show it.
Copy. All right. I'm gonna cast my Doc Brown right now.
Maybe we should do
Bill.
penalties. That'd be
Hey,
fun.
in fantasy football, you take a shot.
Hey, go ahead, take it.
Go ahead, Keith.
Taking Bill Hader, Doc Brown.
Wow.
I actually really like that one.
All right, gents. Well, here's what it looks like after round number 2. So Jacob started us off with the first pick and picked Timothy Chalamet as his George McFly. Max followed it up with Lily Collins as Lorraine Baines. Brian took Taron Egerton as Marty. I took Eddie Murphy as Doc. Gio went with Daniel Craig as Mr. Strickland. And Keith finished it off with Bill Hader as Doc Brown. Keith, the pick is back to you.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my Mr. Strickland because I thought this would be hilarious. I'm gonna take Andre Brower as Mr. Strickland. Andre Brower, not Andrew. Andre Brower.
What is he from again?
He's Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
He's
I know
he's
him.
such a great Strickland.
Yes, he
Yeah,
would.
Such a
Yes,
great
he would.
Strickland.
Gio.
Gio, the pick is yours.
Oh, now it's my turn. Okay. Give me Emma Watson as Lauren Baines.
Man, oh man.
Stole Jacob's heart.
I didn't even nominate her, but I was eyeing her for that.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go with Biff Tannen.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go with my guy. I gotta get my where's my StreamYard? I gotta get my Viking love in, and that's Alexander Ludwig. Alexander Ludwig is my pick.
Nice.
You and your damn.
I had to know there was a Vikings actor on here somewhere.
I didn't nominate him. Max did.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wow.
Hey,
Love you,
nice
man.
shirt, by the way, Max.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I'm going to go for my Biff is Joe Keery.
Oh, I think Max wanted him too, because he nominated him.
You nominated him, Max. You
I
and
don't know. Did I nominate Joe Keery?
Yeah,
I did. Who is Joe Keery?
he's from Stranger Things. Didn't you nominate him?
The one
No.
with that was me.
No,
I
there were
nominated
there were
him.
two people. Two
I did not.
people nominated him. I don't know who it was.
Well, I picked him and I nominated him. So
All right, Max, you're up.
Okay, for Biff, I'm gonna go Jack Rayner.
Nice pick.
Yeah.
He was the older brother in Sing Street, right?
Yeah.
So good.
All right, Jacob, you're on the clock.
Okay, so to round this round out, because they love appearing in movies together. I can't think of more than one. I'm gonna take Florence Pugh as my Lorraine Baines.
damn you, that was my
Yep.
nomination.
Her and Timothy Chalamet in the movie again.
Jacob, they've only ever been in one together.
I know. I know. I don't know why I said that. But wait, no, he appears with what's her name? With the lead of Little Women.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, with Saoirse Ronan in more than one movie. Yeah.
I wanted to put her in this, but I was like, no.
She's in
You put
everything.
her in everything, Brian.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I didn't do it. Jerks.
All right, here's what it looks like after round 3. So Keith started us off with Andre Brower as Mr. Strickland. Gio went with Emma Watson as Lorraine. I went with Alexander Ludwig as Biff. Brian took Joe Keery as Biff. Max went with Jack Rayner as Biff. And Jacob finished it off with Florence Pugh as Lorraine. Jacob, back to you.
All righty. Okay. I'm going to go with my Biff, and I'm going to go with Lucas Hedges as my Biff.
A good one.
He's a great pick because he plays a bully in a couple other movies.
Yeah, he does.
He's a bully in what is it, mid-90s? He's the older brother.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he plays the older brother in that
haven't seen it
movie. So good. All right, Max, back to you.
Okay, I think I'm going to go director this time. And that is going to be Ryan Coogler.
Wow.
He went to Sac State, right?
Yep.
Yes, he did.
All right, so fingers up. Didn't want to do preemptively.
I am going to pick my composer.
Wow.
Is this just because of my text message?
No. And I am going to pick, actually, I changed that. I'm going to pick my director, and I am going to pick Ryan Johnson.
Wow.
Interesting. That is an interesting choice.
I don't want him near another blockbuster again.
Actually, now you're making me question it. It's too late.
No, I don't.
Pick is in.
Like it.
What? That was referring to, what do you? What?
No, I'm fine. It'll be fine. I'm interested.
Yeah.
No,
What's
he
the
would
last
do a
movie he
good.
made?
he would do a
Donna,
good job.
how did I not think to put him in this movie? Oh my god. He would have been totally my Mr. Strickland.
Or to direct.
Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, I never occurred to
Didn't
me.
even
Wow.
think. Oh my
Darn.
god.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's back to me. Sorry. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I gotta look at the other list real quick just to make sure.
Oh, Rachel, that's even better. Taika as Doc. Oh my god.
I'm going to hold on a sec. Oh, nope, the music stops. Hold on. I gotta make sure of something real quick.
Anthony, that's not a bad option too.
Here, my pick. I'm picking for Lorraine. I'm picking Zoe Deutsch.
Nice.
And the reason why, I don't know if anybody knows this, but her mother played the original Lorraine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I thought about that.
Great choice. I put Anna
She's just fantastic. So
Kendrick in there. She's on there, I think.
yes,
I put that too.
Okay, Gio, back to you.
All right, we're gonna have a Jump Street reunion. Give me Channing Tatum as Biff.
Wow.
Although he's too old, but
Yeah, he is. That was one of Jacob's choices.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, Scarlett would be too old for Lorraine for me, to be honest.
Yes, she'd be way too.
Because I want people who is believable as a high schooler, as a senior in high school, at least.
All right, Keith, pick to you.
maybe it changes and they meet in college.
They could, yeah. I mean, I nominated Tatum, so
All right, taking my director, and it's one of my choices because I thought she would be great. I'm going with Kay Cannon as my director. If you don't know her,
I don't think
she wrote all three. She wrote all three Pitch Perfect films. She's a writer. She's a writer on 30 Rock, and she wrote and directed Blockers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
I can see that.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yes.
All right, here is what it looks like after the, what is that, 4th round. So Jacob started us off with taking Lucas Hedges as Biff. Max went with Ryan Coogler for his director, followed by Brian choosing Ryan Johnson as his director. I went with Zoe Deutsch as Lorraine. Gio took Channing Tatum as Biff, and Keith finished it off with Kay Cannon as his director. Keith, back to you.
Okay. I'm eyeballing my guy here for Biff that I've drafted in the last couple of drafts. But he might be a little too old. I don't know if he can pull off High School
Oh, I know who
Senior.
you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very tempting. But let's go with Jacob Elordi.
Yay! I was hoping someone would pick him.
You and I think, Max, you nominated him as well, too, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think both of you did.
Dude, did we just have the same exact nomination?
Brian, what do you know him from?
That's Zendaya
Euphoria.
Euphoria. That's what I figured. Okay.
Euphoria.
Just
Is that how you know him, Keith?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've never seen him in anything.
Yeah, now that no, I didn't nominate this guy. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Take it back.
Gio, the pick is yours. Gio, the pick is yours.
Not too many good choices for George McFly, but
Didn't want to.
I guess I'll take Ty Sheridan.
Yes.
Ah, that was my nomination.
Good choice, man.
You need somebody who can be bullied believably. Somebody tries to bully Shia today, Shia's gonna go crazy on him.
True.
Have you seen The Tax Collector?
Jake, were you celebrating because he didn't take yours?
He didn't take mine, and I'm
Oh,
following
okay.
up my George McFly, and I'm
no.
going to pick Paul Dano.
No,
Nice.
damn it. That's perfect. Literally perfect for him.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was my nominee.
Damn it. Once I don't remember what I made last pick, but the second I made it, I was like, I should have taken Dano.
You took your director last pick.
Dude,
Man.
okay. I got to shout out to Anthony here. That's man. You see his director here? Wow, good call there.
That'd be interesting, that's for sure.
I wish I'd thought of that. I think that'd be pretty good.
I've been waiting,
He's
Kevin.
funny.
I knew nobody was going to take him. I've been sitting
That's not
in the
true.
shadows.
Because that's where I was going next.
Oh, Dano looks like he doesn't belong anywhere near a school.
Jesus.
All right, Brian, pick is yours.
Hold on. Who was the first guy that played McFly? He's like the creepiest Crispin Glover, the creepiest.
Yeah, he's the creepiest guy of all time. Yeah.
Seriously.
Dano's perfect.
He was literally cast in Charlie's Angels to be the creepy
That
guy.
was
Yeah.
way after.
I know,
He's
but
the
I'm
original
saying
Paul
Have
Dano.
you seen Prisoners?
Yeah,
Look.
Keith, he's the original Paul Dano. That's
Look,
perfect.
Chalamet is such a good actor; he can make himself a weirdo. All right.
I love how Jacob has to reassure himself that his picks are okay.
yeah. No one's talking about his picks, but he's comforting
Hey, I gotta throw it
himself over
in.
here.
Man.
Gio, you're on the clock.
No, he's not.
Matt,
It's me.
or Brian. Sorry.
I'm gonna take Anna Kendrick as Lorraine.
Good call. I was thinking about that.
That was one that I wanted.
All right, Max, back to you.
All right. If we're doing a steal round, I'm definitely coming for Paul Dano. But now that he's gone, I still need a George McFly.
You better pick someone good if you're stealing Paul Dano. I'm going to kick your ass.
I'll go with Elijah Wood. I think he's the only one there with a baby face to pull off.
Oh no, you pissed off Key.
That was my.
And he's a little bit pathetic. Like he could definitely pull off.
He's a little pathetic.
Oh my God.
All right, Jacob, finish off round 5 for us.
Alrighty, so let's see here. All right, I'm just gonna go with my Marty McFly because this is the guy that I wanted, and I think he'd be amazing at it, and that is Doc Ray Montgomery.
Ray Montgomery, I knew it. I said,
As
Figure.
Marty McFly.
Anytime Doc Ray Montgomery's anywhere,
Look,
you know it's from
He
Jacob.
needs his big
Jacob,
break.
you were more predictable with Doc Ray Montgomery than Brian is with Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I've submitted him for
100%.
now. I've submitted him too many times. All right, so now I'll leave him off the list from now on. But look, what's her name? Who played Jasmine in Aladdin?
Naomi Harris.
Naomi Harris. She got her big break after Power Rangers playing Jasmine. I need him to get his next big break playing Marty McFly.
He got his big break in
In
Stranger
fact-
Things, bro.
I guess
Thanks.
so, but
Yeah.
he needs his big movie role. I think he's way too talented to like.
All right, here's what it looks like after round number 5. We are well over halfway through. We got Jacob Elordi going with Biff for Keith. Gio took Ty Sheridan as George. I took Paul Dano as George. Brian took Anna Kendrick as Lorraine. Max went with Elijah Wood as George. And Jacob finishes off with Doc Ray Montgomery as Marty McFly. Jacob, back to you.
For the record, also, Biff is officially off the board.
All right, all Biffs have been taken.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna go with my Jennifer choice, even though she's not in the movie that much. She's barely in it, but I
It's
still
that's
want to
the
pick.
sequels.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But I'm gonna go with Letitia Wright as my Jennifer. I really like her a lot. Obviously, she plays Shuri. She's amazing. So I'm gonna go with her.
Another late ad by me because we didn't have enough Jennifers.
Thank you.
All right, Max, back to you.
I'm hesitant to go for Strickland because I really want this one person with Strickland, but it's a small enough of a role. But I'm going to go for Doc. I'm going to go outside the box with Kristen Wiig,
oh,
female Doc.
Interesting.
great
That'd
call.
be cool.
I love her. That's a great call.
If they were ever going to remake it, they're going to change something. So
Max, you're oh man, if I would have added the other name I wanted in there.
honestly, I could have gone for that too. I would have done this.
So full
Yeah.
disclosure, Kristen Wiig was the last change I made because
Yeah.
the pick I made originally I swapped out for Kristen Wiig. The other person I had actually was thinking of was Sarah Paulson instead
I
of
Oh,
would take
okay.
it Equally. I think Kristen Wiig's a little funnier in the Doc role. Doc's funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think you might have a couple of names not.
Hugh Jackman's the one we took off. So just cross out Hugh Jackman for me.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, Brian, the pick is yours, sir.
I am going to take. Oops, that's the wrong color. I'm going to pick my. Oh, it's between two. I'm gonna take my. Crap. I'm gonna take my Jennifer, and I'm gonna take Zendaya.
It's a great choice.
I almost went with her.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go with Daisy Ridley as Jennifer.
Nice.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, I gotta say, I'll admit, I guess we have yet to see, but she's a good actress.
We haven't seen her in much.
You can't put movie stigma on someone's performances. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, she's great in some of those movies, but
She,
I was question: is she going to use her accent in the movie, Jake? Or is she
yeah, I
gonna
can never
do
go on. I can never go on with that accent. Yeah. Gio, you're on the clock. She's a foreign exchange student. That
There
ends
we
up
go.
paying.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if she does it or not.
A foreign exchange student.
Yeah, Sophie Turner as Jennifer.
Ooh,
Nice.
tall man. It's like 5'10".
CGI, bud.
What?
I
You don't have to
I
make her
hear.
I wasn't
shorter.
saying
What?
that. I wasn't saying that for the movie. I was just saying that. I noticed how
Back
tall.
to the Future is going to be heavily CGI'd anyway. It's like
It's not ever going to be remade.
Isn't
Exactly.
Zendaya pretty tall too?
They remake everything.
Yeah,
though.
she is.
They're not going to.
Very
It's not
easy.
going to be remade. Keith, you're on the clock.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely going to be remade.
No, it's
Everything's going
not.
to be remade.
No, it's not.
You're pissing off Jake now.
Look, Jake, I love this movie more than Jake. I saw it in the theater. All right.
You have a 30-second clock on you, Mr. Keith Barnes.
Don't need it. Casting Andy Samberg as George.
Ah.
Oh my goodness! Did you nominate him, Keith? I was wondering who nominated him.
Andy
I did.
Samberg is a high school student? Like, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes.
You know what's funny? They'll make
Yeah.
it work. They're gonna de-age these guys.
All right, here's
Well,
what it
I
looks
was-
like after round 7. Here's what it looks like after round 7 as an ad plays. Jacob took Letitia Wright as Jennifer for the first pick, followed by Max with Kristen Wiig as Doc doing a gender swap. Brian went with Zendaya as Jennifer. I went with Daisy Ridley as Jennifer. Gio went with Sophie Turner as Jennifer, and Keith finished it off with Andy Samberg as George. Keith, back to you, man.
I was aiming for the parent part when I nominated him. That's why I was kind of looking more at the.
Yeah, makes sense.
I could de-age him. All right. That was my George. Okay. What do I have left? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Emma. I'm sorry. Nope. Samara took her. Scratch that. Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna cast Jennifer. Now, initially, I actually nominated Jacob Elordi for this because I was going to gender swap this role as well. But I can't bring him over, obviously. So I'm going to go with Elle Fanning.
Good one.
Yeah. Actually good.
Elle Fanning comes up a lot for us.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Passing table.
And that wasn't me this time. No, I'm
And
making
not
sure.
her sister.
Yeah, not Dakota. It's Elle.
Yeah.
You're right,
Over it.
Rachel. He has not cast Marty yet. He
That's
might.
because
Right.
he's Elle.
Gio, you are on the clock.
Elle is
He's the
better
lone
actor.
person. The
it
lone
does
person.
not matter who you cast as Marty. You got Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
It
Well,
does
also-
matter. It
Also,
does-
Gio doesn't have to rush because we all chose our Marty, right?
Yep.
So
Definitely
He gets-
Oh, that's a good point.
For reference, Marty, the only person left is Gio, and Lorraine, the only person left is Keith.
All right.
Phew.
God, if someone picks I'll drop to the floor. So
If someone
Give
picks your one.
me Sam Rockwell as Doc.
that's a
that
good one.
was the one you chose wrongfully earlier, right?
It's a good
That's a good
call.
call.
I mean, he still got it.
Is he going to dance? I'm going to make him dance. He goes dance.
Wait, sorry, Gio. What'd you just say? Who?
He took Sam Rockwell for
Sam
Doc
Rockwell.
Brown.
That's what it was.
You-
Sorry.
You have the boring categories left.
I totally spaced. My bad.
Stop
All
looking
right,
at the
you
baseball
said you just saw
playoffs.
Back to the Future.
Let's see. I'm going to cast my Mr. Strickland. Oh man, there's someone I really want to take, but I'm gonna take a wild card, and I'm going with Mr. Mark Hamill.
Damn you! That was that wasn't what I wanted, but that was my choice. I'm going with my George McFly, and I am going to take Dylan Minnette.
Another late ad by me.
That's the 13.
Who is this?
He is the main character in 13 Reasons Why. Yes, Matt.
He's in it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's in a lot of other stuff too.
I don't know if I can see him as a dad, but definitely the high school guy.
All right, Max, you're on the clock.
Okay, glad my Strickland came to me. I would love to see Bryan Cranston in this role. I'll take him. Love me some Breaking
I
Bad.
like how Doc and Strickland in the
Good call.
original, like they don't even de-age them or anything. They just look the same. Like
Yeah.
20 or 30 years apart.
Marty pointed that out in the movie.
George McFly is now off the board. I
All
forgot.
right,
that.
Jacob finishes off with round number 7.
All right. I wish I could like do a gender swap with this, but there's no female options for Mr. Strickland, but that's okay. I'm gonna go with Corey Stoll as my Mr. Strickland.
Who would you Richard?
I don't know. Like I should have thought of that, but I don't know. Like there's a lot of good choices. Like Maya Rudolph. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be good. She'd be really
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, yeah.
I could see her doing that.
All right, here's what it looks like after round 7. Let me just scroll this over real quick. We got Keith started us off with Elle Fanning as Jennifer. Gia went with Simon Rockwell as Doc. I went with Mark Hamill as Strickland. Brian took Dylan Minnette as George. Max went with Bryan Cranston as Strickland. And Jacob finished us off with Corey Stoll as Strickland. Jacob, back to you.
Our categories that have been struck off the board because they are complete is Doc Brown, Biff, and George McFly.
All right. So
He was my backup, Anthony. He was my backup.
for my hey, does my audio sound all right?
No,
You're echoing, and you got a little static.
sound like a robot.
How about now?
Yes,
you
you're fine.
Just don't talk
Okay.
for the rest of the episode.
All right. So I'm gonna
Oh my
reunite-
God.
Strickland is perfect.
This is
Damn
my God.
Why didn't we? Hey, why don't we take some fan nominations next time?
Shut
Like,
up.
we
Get
have
out.
them.
Oh.
No, like they
I
submit
thought you meant to put it in right now.
A couple
so you could pick
names.
it.
next
This
time.
is literally.
Dang,
This is
imagine Jake,
We could have
Whiplash, Jake Easton,
After
and his
round
man.
this round, we could do
Wow.
that right now.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Damn.
That would have been too perfect, to be honest.
Damn.
That might be the best thing we've seen.
Yeah.
tonight.
So I'm gonna go with Brian Tyler as my composer. I'm gonna, he composed Power Rangers 2017, so I'll reunite him with Dr. Montgomery, because they were working together in the room when he made the score. No, it's not how it works.
Gio and I just same wavelength.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston too.
Oh no, I don't.
Max, you're up, man.
I was gonna go with Elle Fanning for this, but she's gone, so I'm gonna go with Zoe Douche.
Dooch.
Douche, because you took her for a different category, right? So,
Yeah, I took her for Lorraine. You're gonna take her for Jennifer?
Yep. Little ode to if she's her daughter. That's kind of cool. I'll go with it.
Jennifer is now off the board.
I will say this: going to more of just like a movie discussion. Zoe Deutch is someone that needs a lot more roles.
Yeah.
She is incredible. She is so good at what she does, and she does not give enough credit. She was great in that movie. Why Him? That comedy with Bryan Cranston and
James Franco, yeah.
she was so good in that movie.
So, there you go. I've got a reunion with the two of them.
Brian, you are up.
I'm going to take my Mr. Strickland, and it's going to be Harrison Ford.
Nice. If you took Hamill, I was going to take Ford, so we're on the way same path there. Brian.
That's cool.
All right.
Mr. Strickland is off the board.
I'm going to go with my director. And I'm going to go with someone who is not ever given enough credit. He is one of my favorite working directors today, and that is Drew Goddard.
I like that.
What does he do?
He did the Battle of the El Royale, actually.
Wait, did he direct Cabin in the Woods?
He directed Cabin in the Woods as well.
Yeah. And he was the showrunner of Daredevil.
He was the showrunner of the first season of Daredevil.
Yeah, first season,
He was supposed to do the Sinister Six for Sony that ended up getting axed.
It'll come back.
Which very well could happen for the MCU. So, Gio, you are on the clock.
All right, coming off the Flashpoint time travel movie, he's gonna do another time travel movie. It's give me Ezra Miller.
Oh, he was on the board?
Yeah,
Marty.
Oh, wow.
That was all because of Max.
Thank you, Max.
Marty McFly is now off the board.
Just quick shout out. I thought Millie Bobby Brown could have gone there. If
I
That
thought
was my
someone was
backup.
gonna take her.
That was my backup choice.
all the
That's-
categories were there, I would have
Yeah.
gone. When you said that, Jake, I was like, wow, that would work.
She is, to me, if they're ever going to gender swap, she's the perfect choice. She is
I would
the
love that.
prototypical perfect choice.
Agreed. And
All right, Keith.
any of the guys in Stranger Things could be her co.
Yeah, you can literally do the Stranger Things cast in Back to the Future
Partially.
with
Yeah, well-
with David Harbour as Doc Brown. There you go. Or Strickland. Keith, you're on the clock for your final pick around what is that? Round 8?
Yes.
All right. I don't think I have my Lorraine yet. No, I don't.
Nope. You don't have Lorraine or your composer.
All right. I actually forgot to submit a composer. So I'll get to that later. But Oh, I don't know.
Jacob,
I
are
don't
you
know some of
frozen
these.
or not?
So,
Oh,
Oh no, I'm looking at the board.
I
I'm
thought
trying to figure
I
out.
was frozen.
I'm trying to figure out who I want my director to be.
All right, Keith, you're up.
all right. Timeout here. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lakers are up by 5.
They're gonna
Nobody
choke.
cares.
All descriptions and are never mind. Yeah, that little disclaimer they said without written permission from the National Basketball Association. I'm going to take Brittany Snow as Lorraine.
All right.
Man, there's so many people here that I don't know who they are. Brittany Snow.
Lorraine is
Uh,
now
uh,
off the board.
Brittany Snow plays the co-lead.
Oh,
in Pitch
okay. I just don't know her name, but I know who she is. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, she was in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Here is what it looks like after round 8. Jacob started us off with taking Brian Tyler as composer, followed by Max taking Zoe Deutsch as Jennifer. Brian with Harrison Ford as Strickland. I took Drew Goddard as my director. Gio did finally chose as Marty and picked Ezra Miller, and Keith finished it off with Brittany Snow as Lorraine. Keith, finish us off with round number 9, man.
All right. I was strongly considering Supergirl for that role, Melissa Benoist, but Brittany Snow. All right, composer. I think that's all I have left. Yes. Which composers are gone, if I may ask? Do we know yet?
Yes, the
Someone said Brian
composer.
Tyler.
The only composer is Brian Tyler. So literally,
Oh,
this is
okay.
going to be a slaughter fest right now.
Oh, Brian, you didn't take your composer, huh?
No,
We're gonna, yeah.
this is about to piss. This round's going to piss some people off.
I only have one.
So I took mine early.
Well, the choice is obvious. I'm going with Alan Silvestri.
He did the original.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. If he would do it.
If someone takes one of me,
Damn you, Keith.
All right, Gio, you are up.
Might as well go with the DC resident and second greatest composer ever, Hans Zimmer.
Oh, thank God. Never mind.
Damn, Brian was ready to flip out.
I was going to get really mad. Because I was like, no one's going to pick.
Who are you thinking of? Oh, I think I know who you're thinking of. Okay. All
Don't
right.
be a dick.
I'm not being.
Look, there's so many good
composer that I'm
composers.
going to go with.
Yeah.
The composer that I think would be the most fun for this, and he's actually one of my favorite working composers today, and that is Michael Giacchino.
God damn it, Jake. I knew you were going to do that.
Wait, did Giacchino even do a DC movie?
He does.
God,
The
damn it.
Spider-Man remakes. He does the Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
and he's the one for Batman.
Well, no, because Gio
Doing
said a
the new
DC resident, and then Brian got up. He was going to get all mad. And then,
He's doing Batman.
'Cause yeah.
oh, is he doing the new one?
He's
Yeah,
doing the new Batman. Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's cool.
and he did Rogue One. God damn
Yeah,
it,
right,
I don't even care about this damn draft.
And
Just
he-
give me John Williams so it's over with.
And he did Inside Out.
He does almost all the Pixar movies.
I know, he's so good.
You act like John Williams is a bad choice.
That would
How
be
to play it
crazy.
out.
It's literally the
That would be crazy if John Williams did this. I would like to see that though.
All right, Max, you are on the clock, bud.
I mean, at this point, I don't know. I
Dude,
guess
there's some really good composers available, man.
I'll take Thomas
Yeah.
Newman. I'll take Thomas Newman.
good call.
Who nominated Brian Tyler?
I did all the
Oh, okay.
composers except a few.
Oh, okay.
I only had like 3 nominations from everybody.
Yeah, I totally forgot about
I
Tyler.
do 2 each of everyone.
All right, Mr. Barley, go ahead and finish us off.
All right, so I'm just choosing my director, and there's a lot of good choices here, but this is tough. I'm gonna go with Damien Chazelle. I think
He was
that
my
would be
backup.
very interesting.
I think he would be great.
All jokes aside, Dean Israelite would have been a nice choice because he directed Project Almanac, and that's a time travel movie.
He also did the Power Rangers. If you guys are
Yeah, didn't he also do the Power Rangers?
he did Power Rangers
But-
movie.
Also good, but no, I'll go with Giselle.
Wait, the guy that he just picked is
No.
No, I
said-
was saying he would have been a good choice.
I was about
'cause
to say, Jacob, you have a problem.
because
Okay,
he directed a time travel movie.
Keith.
That's why.
All right, here's what round number 9 looked like. I'll go ahead and turn this off since we are finished. Round number 9 started with Mr. Keith Barnes taking Alan Silvestri as his composer, followed by Gio taking Hans Zimmer as his composer. I took Michael Giacchino as my composer, followed by Brian taking John Williams as his composer, with Max taking Thomas Newman as his composer, and then Jacob finishing off with Damien Chazelle as his director. Keith, why don't you go ahead and read down your list, man? What is your official recast of Back to the Future?
Excuse me. Thank you. All right. I've cast Haley Steinfeld as Marty. I've got Bill Hader as Doc Brown. Excuse me. I've got Andre Brower as Principal Strickland. I've got Kay Cannon as my director. Jacob Elordi as Biff. Got Andy Samberg as George. Elle Fanning as Jennifer. Brittany Snow as Lorraine. And my composer is Alan Silvestri.
Gio?
All right, coming off the Oscar win for Into the Spider-Verse from the directors of the Jump Street movies, Phil Lord and Chris Miller will be doing Back to the Future, starring Ezra Miller, fresh off Flashpoint, co-starring Sam Rockwell, Oscar winner, with Channing Tatum, Ty Sheridan, Sophie Turner, Emma Watson, Daniel Craig, with music by Hans Zimmer, composer for Gladiator, Inception, and the Dark Knight movies.
All right. I am someone say something? Good?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. My film, my Back to the Future recast stars Dylan O'Brien as Marty McFly with a supporting of Eddie Murphy as Doc Brown. I have Alexander Ludwig of Vikings fame as Biff, with Zoe Deutsch taking over the role of her mother as Lorraine Baines in the reboot. And I also have Paul Dano starring as George McFly, with Daisy Ridley appearing as Jennifer, and Mr. Strickland Mark Hamill starred as Mr. Strickland, with Drew Goddard at the helm as director and composed by Michael Giacchino.
Booyah.
Go ahead, Brian.
My Doc is Robert Downey Jr. My Marty is Taron Egerton. My Biff is Joe Keery. My director is Ryan Johnson. Lorraine is Anna Kendrick. Jennifer is Zendaya. Dylan Minnette is George. Harrison Ford is playing Strickland. And John Williams is my composer.
Max?
I've got Tom Holland playing Marty, Lily Collins alongside of him playing Lorraine, Jack Rayner as Biff, Ryan Coogler as the director, Elijah Wood playing George, although I would have rather had Paul Dano, Kristen Wiig for Doc, which is my gender reversal, Bryan Cranston with a quick role as Strickland, Zoe Deutsch, and Thomas Newman. It's going to round me out.
All right, finish us off, Jacob.
All right, so my Back to the Future remake is going to be directed by Damien Chazelle, starring Dr. Montgomery as Marty McFly, Michael Rooker as Doc Brown, Timothy Chalamet as George McFly, Florence Pugh as Lorraine Baines, Lucas Hedges as Biff Tannen, Letitia Wright as Jennifer, Corey Stoll as Mr. Strickland, composed by Brian Tyler.
I like it. I mean, if they were to ever remake Back to the Future, which they're not going to, I like my cast. That's for sure.
Sadly, I think they're gonna remake it, Jake, and I don't want to see it.
Nope. You'll never change my mind.
It'll be just like Jurassic World.
Yeah, we're not saying we want them to remake it.
I know, but
it's Hollywood. And honestly, this is one I don't think they should either, because they're just going to try to do the exact same thing. Like, I don't see what they can do.
No, they won't. They're gonna update it. You can't have. First of all, the car alone, it's not gonna be a DeLorean, all right? An old. They're gonna have a new time travel device. They're not gonna eliminate the old movie and replace it with this new one. The old one will just want to tell people the old one will still be there for all of us to love. Okay, they're just gonna remake it for a new audience.
They're going to make a play on technology like the Sony Walkman and
it'll be something.
DVD.
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it'll be
and of course,
the 80s and the 50s again, but they'll just update it for modern times. Yeah.
Real quick before we get out of here, Brian has actually a really interesting question for us here. If you were to put an OG cast member as a cameo, who would you want in it?
Great question.
Yeah, it's a really, really good question.
Doc.
Well, I was going to say he's not
Like as a
acting anymore. I would actually cast.
Go ahead, Keith.
I would cameo. Sorry. Cameo. I would actually cast in a role. I would cast Michael J. Fox as Doc. He would be really funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or Crispin Glover as Doc.
I was going to say Crispin Glover as Mr. Strickland.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Crispin Glover, I think he deserves it more than anybody, given how,
how he was treated.
Part 2 was handled, and beyond. So,
well, how about you actually you have Leia Thompson play Lorraine's mom, like you show her mom in the past, and it's Leia Thompson. That'd be pretty cool.
And it's her. That's really
cool.
All right, one last chat before we get out of here. Rachel has given her picks here. We have Taika Waititi as a director with Jeff Goldblum as Doc Brown, Grant Gustin as Marty McFly, which is actually a really good casting, and Gory Rice as Jennifer, Josh Gad as Biff, Timothy Chalamet as George McFly, Lily Collins as Lorraine, and J.K. Simmons as Strickland. That's a solid cast right there.
Nice.
It's very, very solid.
Really, really good cast.
Damn.
All right, Jacob, helm is yours, sir. Helm is yours.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this fantasy movie draft. That was so much fun. As always, leave us in the comment section what movies you want us to do. We need ideas for this. We have a few, but you can't just do any movie. It has to be the right movie. So give us some suggestions. We would love to hear those from you guys. And yet, like I said, that's going to do it for the crew. Thank you for joining us. And don't forget to check out our show later this week. Follow us on social media at Apocaflix Movies. We will see you all in a few days.